Cool. I'm going to put my glasses on now.
That's just the end of that one.
Ah!
I'm doing.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, hi, Mom.
So now, okay, now tell me, what are you gonna get her, man? Frick her.
Frick her.
Look at Jeff smoking.
Whoa.
Last day in Southern California. Put the date on and stuff.
So what do you think about this trip?
Final sex, I think. I mean, especially about that. How can we our age get in the house?
See your daughter?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of there. What my shit. I got her rich.
It's fantastic. Or you
Oh, well,
buy a Chino.
Tell her you love her and then she'll go away.
Even then, she knows that. Even then, you're not gonna buy it. You can't buy it. No way. Once you get $400,000 in cheap on that.
Okay, get over here,
Yeah,
buddy.
it's true.
You know, I can give you a $95,000 drop. Here, I'll do it. $95,000 house up there, 4 bed, 3 bath, not 2 acres.
Yeah.
Turn up lighting.
Plenty.
Cat down to 60 others.
All right. Hugging out.
Look at this morning.
Hugging out, aren't I?
I love it. What do you have to say about all this, Mike? God damn it.
Oh, yeah, that's his thing.
They're not all bad.
Are you gonna miss this one?
Yeah, probably. A little bit.
Just a little bit.
What about you, Diane?
Oh,
Nice dad.
love her. She's my baby. I miss her, but I'm so happy for him. I could just scream. That's the greatest. God, I cry just for pure happiness. I got you, so I can always.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not dying.
No, heavens no.
I
Going to a better world.
What do you think, puppers?
Oh.
Yeah.
It's not bad as
You wanna
Michigan.
go?
Yeah, man. I think it's great, man. Wake up.
Where'd the little one go?
Oh,
Hey, man. I'm already through. Hey, Spike.
Oh.
He was such a cool kitty.
he likes that. That'd be his favorite house. Well, goodbye to this little hole.
Jeez. See if we can get the roaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
Place the pig stuff.
Your favorite.
It's little. It's like kind of nice, but it's little.
Yeah, real little.
I can't believe we had so much shit.
Yeah, he took out the
I
shit in
know.
my house.
This is a good thing. Murphy beds, or whatever it's called.
I'm Murphy bed. I never really called that.
Every time I hear that song, Horse with No Name, I think about, isn't that Michael Murphy or, I don't know, Wildfire? Oh yeah, that one. That one too.
Robert, I'm gonna miss you. You've been a good girl. Granny loves you. Yeah, smile. Granny loves you. Guess who loves you, baby? Granny. Oh.
You didn't say anything to Janet or Carson's?
Is that you?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Oh.
What do you mean?
He was such a cool kitty.
Yeah.
I think so. And they're 4-wheel drive. Yeah. Mike, I think you'll see that 4-wheel drive sitting in the garage.
Dude, it's the 80s.
I think they got it all covered in there. Must have been stripped or something.
Look at Pupper's just staring at you, Lynn.
Oh, yeah, she is.
Nice skin, Marilyn.
I think that Janet
I
actually
think that's the...
Oh, no, that's me. I'm here live. Nice skin.
Oh, hi. Is that Jeff?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh, hi. How you doing?
Look at Pupper's just staring at her.
I know. This is wonderful, Lynn. Thank you so much for this.
I done filming, Lynn?
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye. You guys take care of yourselves in May or June or July.
Thanks.
Hopefully May.
How about now?
Down there at Narrow Marina, you know where that's at?
From first grade.
That was awesome.
Yeah, if I find any more gems, I'll share.
Oh, please do. I just love, I mean, I feel like I'm older than I really am because I just really love old vintage stuff, you know? I don't know what it is, but I guess I like to reminisce, you know?
Yeah. I was looking at that old picture of the 6th grade class.
Yeah,
That was a trip.
yeah. So wait, you had Mrs. Hoff and I had Mrs. Ferdine for 6th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but that was a great shot of everybody in Mrs. Hoff's class too. It's cool. Are you talking about that one?
No, I was talking about the whole 6th grade.
The whole 6th grade. Yeah, I just recently saw that. Was it on mine?
I don't know who put it up. I don't remember.
I just saw it like, what, 10 days ago or something like that? Yeah. And if I didn't, then I need to steal it and get it onto my site for sure. I can't remember if it was on I think it might have been on Ellen Marsh's page.
If you can't find it, I stole it, so
Okay, cool. I'll go to your photos then.
yeah.
I could just sit here and talk to you forever. It's so great.
It's been so long.
Yes, it has.
So you have a little country store, a little antique store?
Yeah, did you see that?
That's so cute.
Cool. That's only been a week old. So we're like pickers on a very small scale, extremely small scale. But you know, I like to scavenger hunt, garage sales, thrift stores, consignment stores. It's just my thing. And Robert likes it too. He likes old cars, as you can see from some of my posts. He's got a 57 Studebaker, 64 Ford Mercury Monterey with the breeze window. He's restored 20 Cadillacs over the years, 60s. No, he's really hardcore into it. He used to own like a dealership where, you know, he would go to auctions and he would turn them around and stuff. So he's really good with stuff like that. And he's always on Craigslist. He's just constantly, you know, before Craigslist, it was Auto Trader. So he's been doing it a long time. So we're both kind of like into that sort of thing. And
How'd you guys meet?
we met through a guy named Mike Woods, who you might remember from Rosemont. He is on my Facebook page. You might remember his face, but I hadn't seen him since '81. And he friended me in early 2010. And when he friended me, I said, "Oh, Stacy Kilgore's having a barbecue. You should come." And he just lived in Oceanside, and Stacy lives in Mission Viejo, so it was only like a 40-mile drive. So he did. He met us up there, and there was only about 10 or 15 people. It was a really small barbecue. It was fun. And he goes, "Well, you guys should come down to Oceanside next month for my birthday, because my birthday's coming up here." And this was when we were turning 45. So in June, just a couple weeks later, I went down, and that's where I met Robert. It was his neighbor.
Oh.
So yeah. So
You know instantly?
no, not instantly. And I had actually given up on men. Because, I mean, I've been through like 5-6 monogamous relationships since I was 18, you know? And so I was just kind of done with it after the last one that ended in '05. I was just really discouraged. And I'm like, shit, man, I'm hitting the wall. This is, whatever. I'm not even going to try anymore, you know? And then, so I really didn't have like high hopes for us to be a couple. And then he pursued me, and he is such a gentleman and such a gem. I mean, he's just wonderful. And so I said yes to everything, you know. I just went.
You guys seem like you're made for each other.
Thank you. Yeah, he's pretty great. And so I really don't ever want to take for granted anything anymore, you know, and so now it just seems like we only probably have another 30 years left. So I just want to make every single day so awesome, you know. I mean, that's if we live to be 80. We might die in 10 years. We might die tomorrow, you know.
Yeah. yeah.
I've just been thinking a lot about it because over the last 10 years I've lost a couple of people, from La Crescenta, and the first one it happened to was we were 40. Chris Weaver passed away in a diabetic coma, and he didn't even know he had diabetes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we buried him in July of 2005, and then Mike Ezor passed away in '06, and that was like a drug overdose, like prescription drugs. Like it's rampant. There's so many people addicted to prescription drugs in America, and then Janice Lindsay, drug overdose
Oh, that's right.
in '06. And then Michelle Michaels was Lynn Murray's, sorry, Ellen Marsh's friend. And it was kind of not a drug overdose, but she was taking the pill and she was continuing to smoke. And there was something else she was taking. Oh, I think she was also on a handful of prescription. Anyway, her heart stopped. So it was just weird. And all these people
Michelle Michaels?
Yeah, do you remember her?
She's blonde, right?
Yeah, and she was really
Yeah.
pretty, brown eyes, big brown eyes.
Wow.
So yeah, she died in '07, I think. So then they just kept dropping, or maybe it was closer to 10, actually. I don't think she passed away until she was like 40. Anyways, too young. And so I've just been thinking a lot about my mortality,
Yeah.
I love your outside. I can see everything is still just super duper outdoors. It's killer. And you guys have been in it for 30 years, right? 25 years.
Yeah.
Wonderful. I mean,
I've
could
been up here longer than I was in California.
Yeah. Yeah. So do you you guys ever want to move, or are you going to die there at that house?
Well, we were thinking, where are we going to retire? And he was thinking, I said, I'm not going to Arizona. Period. It's too hot.
Yeah, it's too hot too many months of the year. Like if it was only 2 or 3 months.
Right. Right.
But yeah.
So, because he likes to golf.
Oh.
So, yeah. And so you can't do it very often up here.
Because of the rain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it's soggy, or it's frozen.
Sure.
Whatever. It's just one thing after another, especially this time of year.
Yeah.
But we went to Boise, Idaho
Yes.
to check that out. And I didn't like it at all.
Too cold?
Well, it was, I liked some place that had some snow in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a high desert. And there was hardly any trees. It just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I like it here.
Yeah.
I like it where I'm at. I like my house.
Have you guys ever been to Oregon?
Yeah,
Do you like Oregon, or same kind of gig anyway?
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much same gig. I drive through there when I go down to my parents' house.
Mm-hmm. How long does that take you, that drive?
Well, I usually stop in like Wairika or Redding
Yeah.
overnight. But
Yeah.
it takes 2 days.
Mm-hmm. We went to Roseburg, Oregon.
I love Roseburg.
Yeah, we actually didn't stay in Roseburg. We stayed in a little town called Camas Valley.
Oh.
It's just off the beaten path, but it's near Roseburg. Roseburg is the biggest town that you would know. Anyways,
Yeah.
that's where Robert's brother has lived since 1970. He bought a log cabin in 1970 after he got out of the Vietnam War. And so he's been there forever. And so I had never been there, and we went there in October of 2014. And so
Nice.
we did a road trip. We went up, we stopped at my sister's in Redwood City, and then went on to Redding and visited the Tamplins. You might have seen some of my posts. And then we went up through Oregon and stayed with him, and then came back down and went to Yosemite, and just tooled around Northern California for a couple days. We were only gone for 10 days, but it was a great trip.
Oh, neat.
We had Roxy with us. Yeah, it was
Oh.
fun. So, anyways, I mean, we don't want to stay here, but we don't want to be too far away from my I have a very small family now. It's just Kathy and Gary left, you know. So,
Where do